Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah. We're here. I mentioned before, there's a new South Park game in development, according to the deal, but it's not known if it's going to be made by Ubisoft or another company. Because, on one hand, it's Ubisoft. But on the other hand, they did a pretty good job with
both of the last ones.
Yeah, but even then, State of Truth was developed by Obsidian. It was originally meant to be published by THQ before they went bankrupt.
THQ. That one company that literally did all of the licensed games for a freaking generation.
Yeah. They always made Nickelodeon and Pixar games.
Yeah. Most of which were good.
I played some of them. Cars National was a good time. What else did I have? Oh yeah, I had a crossover Nicktoons game. But that one wasn't good. Yeah, most licensed games are like ass. Most. There are a few good ones. Oh, I literally just bought this. Free money. Yeah. Realistically, if it's going to be made by another company, I think it's probably going to be like THQ Nordic, which is the current THQ, because they currently have.
What do they even do?
They acquired the rights to most of THQ's franchises after the bankruptcy. The old THQ, I mean.
No, I mean, like, what games do they make?
Oh. They make Darksiders. Something. I think they own the Saints Row franchise now.
That's weird.
I know they have a license with Nickelodeon. So they remastered SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And they're making a new game as well with them. Even though Nickelodeon Smash Bros. Was made by Game Mill Entertainment, which is a different company. Which is more known for low-budget licensed games. And even then, that game's actually confirmed to be getting DLC. Which is pretty cool. For a licensed game. And I did sign up for a Smash Bros. Or bid a tournament in somewhere. I did sign up for a tournament that's going to be in January. I'm going to be participating in Smash Bros.
I gotta take Lily and then run an errand, so I'll be back in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be participating in Smash Bros. Ultimate, which already has like 1,500 other entrants.
I don't know why I suddenly gained the hiccups.
I'm going to be participating in Smash Bros. 64 because I had it there. And I'm going to be participating in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl because they had it there. What else? Oh yeah, we were shit-talking Jonathan, how he's gonna suck at Monster Prom.
Bet you starts looking up how to...
He looks up between his turns.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. That would be a fun time. And also be kind of chaotic. Well, I guess anything with a lot of people is more than 2 is guaranteed to be chaotic.
Yeah.
And
he's gonna go out of his way to fuck with us.
Yes, I know. Yeah, and the further proof that that games played with Jonathan cannot be finished on Uneven Buddies, we finished Minecraft Dungeons last month.
What, was that a game that he was playing?
No, I meant games that Jonathan's played on here with me. Like, because we did that entire thing with 2 of us and Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did the.
Or were you just like saying that like playing with him is kind of worthless because like unlike just playing with all of us, you never get to finish?
For the most part. The one we're working on right now is Danganronpa V3, which is about around 40 hours long, and we're like 12 hours in. But even then, that's kind of difficult to do now because of the whole out-of-state stuff. But we're trying. And I feel like stuff like Uneven Buddies is easier to pull off on in person. And if it were to, and something like online would work better in like a live stream scenario. Like my Nintendo Direct reactions, which you can watch on my channel. The link is in the description. Alright. What else is going? Oh. I saw IGN got blasted for their Shin Megami Tensei 5 review because they kept comparing it to Persona 5. That's not a joke.
These dense motherfuckers!
Like, to be fair, Persona 5 is older, but at the same time, Persona itself is younger than Shin Megami Tensei.
It's literally a spin-off series.
Yeah, but I guess that's what happens when there hasn't been a new SMT game in a long time.
The last one was on 3DS.
Yeah, I guess that's what you get. But
granted, the last two have been on like 3DS, but I mean SMT4 and SMT4 Apocalypse, which is a sequel to SMT4, by the way. It's not like the same game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, like, a lot of people don't look at it that way because, you know, SMT3 Nocturne was on like PS2. Yeah. So a lot of people basically view it as the SMT series being dead, but no.
No. And SMT3 got remastered this year. Multi-platform even.
The SMT series is old enough that it's literally the origins of the monster catching like series.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people would look at it and say, that's a Pokemon clone, which, no, that's stupid. And it's also backwards.
Yeah, because SMT was like in the 80s,
It's literally the very first game that did that.
Ah, I see.
Well, the very first game that I can think of. There might be, but I don't think there is because SMT is like such a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's Atlus's flagship franchise, but Persona's also right there. But they're literally the same franchise, even though in market
they literally use the same designs.
Yeah.
The only difference is that Persona still uses the designs from Nocturne.
Yeah.
Some of the designs have been updated since then.
Yeah. But even as I mentioned before, Atlus has been kind of pushing Persona as a separate entity from SMT.
They've been doing that since 5.
Yeah. The first
4 would count, but the first 4 game outright states Shin Megami Tensei 4. No, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4.
Yeah. And look, I want to play SMT, like some of the main ones. They're
hard as balls, is what they are.
I know that. Like, I love the Persona series. I understand it is far different from Persona, but that actually makes me more excited to play them, because I want to try something different.
Here's the thing. You're going to have to choose between two sides, between chaos and order. Good luck figuring out which one's the right side.
Oh, boy. And also, it's been... stuff has been data mined for SMT5. It's currently a Switch exclusive, but in the data mine, there are files for PlayStation 4 and PC shit. So, stuff's going around that's probably going to be ported to those in the future. Not anytime soon. It's probably going to be a Switch exclusive for at least a good year.
Like, the thing about it is that the mainline SMT games have been kind of on Nintendo since 4.
Yeah. SMT3 was on PS4 and Steam.
Yeah.
The remaster, that is.
Yeah. But as it is, and quite a lot of the side games are on were on like DS and 3DS.
Yeah.
So SMT for a while has been kind of a Nintendo thing.
Yeah. I could see it also coming to Xbox if Microsoft gives Sega enough money, because they brought the entire Yakuza franchise over and just boost Game Pass, so... Like, yeah, a lot more Japanese games were coming to Xbox recently. So, yeah.
That's because they basically realize just how much money there is in that area.
Yeah.
Weebs are willing to spend a ton on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not funny, actually.
Plus, it can help boost sales of the Xbox Series in Japan. Even though it is actually selling well.
I'm straight up buying two meals for myself. I only ate once yesterday, and I haven't eaten all day today.
Damn. What?
Yeah, I'm essentially starving.
Yeah.
And I've been running on limited fumes.
I see. I actually did have a thought to myself that, like, everybody wants Persona 5 Royal on the Switch, but
I'm gonna be honest here.
The thing is, that game was built with the PS4 in mind, and I thought, well, if they do it, are they going to do a cloud version? Because it sounds like something they would do.
Meanwhile, SMT5 was made with the Switch on, like, in mind since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Since it literally got announced with the Switch.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's going to be exclusive for a year or two.
At least.
Yeah.
I think it's also Atlus's first worldwide simultaneous release. I think.
I have the Steelbook edition.
I might get it for Christmas because I don't know.
Funnily enough, Kevin actually played Resident Evil Village recently.
The new one.
Yeah, he was able to play it even though he doesn't have money because our friend Eric allowed him to borrow it.
I see. Hatsune Miku. I see Jonathan playing it on PS4 every now and then because he still has a PS4. Not a lie. But the man wants a digital edition. What kind of person wants a digital edition? I mean, I get it if you're deciding between the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, but the PS5 Standard Edition and Digital Edition are literally the same thing, except one doesn't have a disc drive.
It's like opting for a computer without a disc drive. If you get the option of having a modern computer with a disc drive in there, you take the disc drive too.
Uh-oh. Yeah. My fucking iMac, which is starting to die out, has a disc drive.
Only just because finding, like, disc players is getting harder and harder as time goes on.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been able to find a normal one. Quite literally at this point, it's easier to just buy a console to like, play discs.
Yeah. Most consoles play discs. I say most because the Switch is right there.
Yeah. But the Switch isn't even a console, it's a hybrid.
Yeah, true. It's considered a home console by Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't consider it either a handheld or a home. I say hybrid explicitly because that's what it is. It's both.
It is. It can be. I mean, we're literally playing on the Switch right now. We're hooked up to a TV.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, I play my Switch almost exclusively on handheld mode.
Yeah. That's because that's the only way how to record stuff. You can't record it on handheld.
But I know quite a few people who really prefer playing it on the dock exclusively because they can't stand looking at how small the screen is.
I mean, my Joy-Cons drift, so I can't stand playing it handheld, so I just use my Switch Lite for handheld these days. Shit.
Does a Switch Lite drift?
Some do, but mine doesn't. At least not yet.
But
my Switch Lite has been functioning perfectly fine. Currently. 145 damage?!
Damn.
Oh, yeah, the cat's, like, has incredibly high offensive skills. I just remembered. Oh, and now it's almost dead. What do you know?
Yeah, you throw a 100 damage beat stick on something, they're probably going to die soon.
Oh, now it is dead. What else? What else do I have to ramble about? Might as well actually finish the second world if from looking at basing of things. Remember, these weren't our...
I thought a lot of people were locked up in the pyramid.
Oh yeah, they are. It's like, there's around like 3 more. And the pyramid doesn't have that many levels. Oh, I saw the movie Eternals a couple weeks ago.
How was it? I heard that it's very DC.
It was a lot slower pace than the average Marvel movie. There was a sex scene. All
I know is that people were happy that Marvel decided to make gay representation that can't be cut out by China.
Yeah, there was a gay kiss between 2 men. But yeah, the movie was pretty long. It's the second longest Marvel movie ahead of Infinity War. But apparently, Spider-Man: No Way Home is going to be longer.
Which is good because it's going to need that runtime. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, if you have a premise like that, you need as much time to explain it as possible.
Especially since it seems that this Spidey, just like every other Spidey in the like that in existence, is like getting to multiverse shenanigans soon.
Yeah. Especially after the mid-credit scene of the new Venom movie had literally the end, like the post-credits from Far From Home acknowledged where they transport to the alternate universe. So, like one of the alternate universes of the MCU is the little own universe that Sony's doing. And also they released a trailer for the Uncharted movie, which exists.
I mean, the Uncharted series already kind of plays like a movie, so...
A lot of games these days play like a movie.
Yeah, but that series went out of its way to be cinematography.
Oh, yeah, true. This one's a prequel to the games, from what it seems. And I would say it's the first movie based off a PlayStation property, but I remember the Ratchet & Clank movie exists.
Huh?
There was a Ratchet & Clank animated movie in 2016.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Like, what did you say? Because I kind of zoned out for that.
I would have said it was the first movie theatrical film based off a PlayStation property, but the Ratchet & Clank movie exists, and I think there is others, but I'm not 100% sure.
That Ratchet & Clank movie was not good from what I heard.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
On the plus side,
the game was pretty good, I heard.
Yeah, it was like pretty solid.
Yeah.
Some people have issues with it, but since it's basically a remake of the first one, I don't really have too much issues. They did kind of change the story, but
I'm sorry.
But they didn't change it too hard, especially since everyone basically already knew that it was basically just another way to play the original game.
Yeah, and from what I heard, the movie was just basically the cutscenes from the game spliced up with some action sequences here and there.
I know for a fact that they threw in new characters, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Because there were some characters in those trailers that I did not recognize, because I played that game to a lot. Like, I have almost completion on that one.
Yeah.
I refused to complete it because there were some things that I just couldn't do.
I've had it installed. I really want to play it, but I haven't said, okay, I want to play Ratchet & Clank. Because
maybe one of these days will be a game I play.
Maybe. I want to play the new one as well.
I have it.
Yeah, but it's that $70 price tag though. It's like, that's kind of asking so much for a game that's the standard edition. Because I'm fine with
PS5 games in general are too expensive.
Yeah, because I used to say it's mostly next-gen exclusives that are $70, but more cross-gen games that are on PS4 and PS5 are starting to be $70 on the PS5 and $60 on the PS4.
At that point, just buy the disc.
Yeah. No, but even then, you have to pay $10 for an upgrade.
How about you can play without upgrading it?
Oh, well, through backwards compatibility, yes. But if you want the PS5 specific version, then $10 for an upgrade.
Yeah, but here's my issue with doing that. Let's be honest here, unless they add in something new, it really isn't worth it.
Yeah, I mean, the past 2 Call of Duties have been that. The new Battlefield is going to be that.
Look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. They made it worth it to upgrade.
Yeah, because that comes with the
Intergrade.
the extra story. The upcoming Borderlands spin-off, Wonderlands, is going to be $70 on next gen. The FIFA, Madden, NBA, NHL, all the sports games.
They were the one that started it, if I remember correctly.
NBA 2K21 started it, and funny thing is, you can now find that game for like $20 on average on PS5.
Yeah.
I almost got it on PS5 just because it was a cheap PS5 game. I wanted another one, but then I pulled it out and I saw Mortal Kombat for $30, and I was like,
oh. Yo, that's way better.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's a way better deal.
Yeah, because like I saw the PS4 version there, but it was $50.
Like it's $10 more, but let's be honest here.
Yeah,
which is much more satisfying.
Like I pulled out NBA 2K21 and Mortal Kombat was right there for $30, and I was like, or I got lucky there.
I had to buy Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart like for the full price tag, but I haven't regretted it yet because it's actually a pretty good game.
Some games do look like they're...
But at the same time, I don't think it's a good idea to like jump in if you don't really know what the hell's been going on in the series. Because there's some stuff that you'll probably have missed.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why publishers think... Okay, I
actually have... This is actually my major issue with the Ratchet & Clank series. It's ridiculously hard to get access to some of the old games now.
Yeah. Like, okay, I get $60 has been the standard since the Xbox 360 days, 2005. A price jump was inevitable.
The $60 has actually been the standard since, like, the NES.
But I mean, like, for this I think for the PS2 stuff, it was like $40.
Nah, I know for a fact that some of the old games were like $60.
Yeah. I know N64 games are like $80.
Yeah.
But like, these games are cheaper to produce, I'm pretty sure. Like CDs are.
Yeah, the Blu-rays.
Yeah. And yeah.
Like Nintendo, I can kind of understand because a good chunk of that price is literally going to the actual cart.
Yeah.
Because the cartridges are actually semi-expensive to create.
Though, Wii games were $50 on standard, but that's because the Wii wasn't as powerful as the PS3 or 360.
I'm pretty sure they used regular DVDs and not like Blu-rays.
Oh, speaking of which, the Wii and PS3 both turned 15 this month. I think one of those anniversaries has already passed. I forget which one came out first.
Wii.
Yeah, the Wii is 15 years old as of
Because remember, the Xbox 360 came out a literal year before the PS3.
Oh yeah. To like, the Wii is 15 years old as of November 12th, and the PS3 will be 15 on November 19th.
And unlike the PS3, the Wii sold incredibly well.
PS3 suffered because the PS2 did so well, and the PS1...
No, it suffered exclusively because of that high price tag at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that they had like no games at that time.
I was gonna say... The PS3 suffered.
They caught up explicitly thanks to Kinect.
I was gonna say the PS3 suffered because since the PS1 and PS2 both did so well, Sony thought that anything with the word PlayStation on it would sell.
They didn't seem to understand that a lot of people were buying the game, the console on the cheap.
Because of that, the PS3 is the only major PlayStation. Not counting the 5, that hasn't been out for that long. The PS3 is the only major PlayStation that has not passed 100 million units sold.
The PS5 will get there.
Definitely, yeah.
But, let's be honest here, a good chunk of that's hyperinflation thanks to scalpers buying up a ton of product.
Yes. I mean, 10 mil...
Also, there are some people who buy like hundreds of PS5s just because they can.
Some people. I was lucky to get mine from a GameStop, and that's because the word of advice to all those wannabe PS5 owners: the bundles that GameStop sells are a lot easier to find, or a lot easier to get than just the PS5 itself.
It's more expensive, but trust me, that expense is literally like an anti-scalper thing.
Yeah.
Because scalpers hate the idea of spending more money than they actually have to.
Yeah.
It's the only way that Logan and Kevin have managed to get theirs.
Yes.
Because probably literally the scalpers were reluctant to get it.
I got mine. I've told the story a million times, but I got mine with an extra controller.
I think NBA 2K21 was one of the games that came with our bundle.
I feel sorry for you.
We haven't even opened it, I think.
I could take it off your hands.
The other game that came was Miles Morales, which is good because we wanted that game.
Okay, I got Miles Morales the Standard Edition for Christmas 2020 before I had the actual system. The bundle I got had an extra controller.
Kevin had Demon Souls for months before, you know, do you remember when we got our PS5?
February or something.
It might have been later than that, I forgot. But I know for a fact he had it for months ago.
Well,
because I bought Demon Souls for him as a Christmas present, even though we didn't have one.
Well, it's been good to be prepared.
Mm.
I had Mario Kart on the Switch before I had the Switch. I know we watched the February Direct together, and you mentioned Kevin had a PS5 by then. I had mine since January 28th. That's the exact day it arrived. I was told February, but I was never sent shipping info, so the early arrival was a surprise. But yeah, my bundle came with an extra controller, a $20 GameStop gift card, and Sackboy and a new Spider-Man. The other bundle option was all of that, but instead of Sackboy, there was Demon Souls, which was $10 more expensive. I wanted to get that one, but that one just kept crashing on me, so I just went for the Sackboy one. Yeah. So yeah.
So remember, if you ever want to blame anyone for the PS5 bullshit, like price tag for the games, remember always blame 2K.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers have had it too good for too long.
2K. I mean, and they said after that they'll decide the price tag on a case-by-case basis.
Which is a lie, because they've just been selling all their shit for $70, let's be honest here.
Yeah, the upcoming Borderlands spin-off, Wonderlands, is $70. I don't know what other games 2K publishes. That's kind of sad. When I think 2K, I think of Borderlands. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, we're done. No, we're not. That's literally the Mona Lisa. That makes it even worse. I'm gonna cry. That's not the most cursed thing that's coming out of this game.
I don't know what you're talking about. I grew up a zone. I never find him cursed. Although that might say more about how messed up my late childhood to early teenagehood was.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Hey. Fuck. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, price tags. When I think of 2K, I think of Borderlands. Even though I don't think they own the IP. I think Gearbox owns that.
Gearbox definitely owns that IP.
Yeah. They're also making a Borderlands movie with Jack Black, Kevin Hart, all these other actors.
Yes, Jack Black, the sign of a quality video game movie. What's the last good video game movie that I saw and it had Jack Black? Oh yeah, Jumanji 2.
I didn't watch that actually. Wait, The Next Level or Welcome to the Jungle?
Both of them.
Oh.
I like both of them.
I watched Welcome to the Jungle. I didn't watch The Next Level. I could have, but I didn't feel like it. And then movie theaters shut down a couple months after they came out.
I don't know how people feel about those Jumanji movies, but considering how
I liked Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah,
it's not the best movie, but it was a good time.
Look, you see, the issue with people thinking that it would be a great movie is that, one, stop thinking that. Just never go to a movie theater with expectations, you goddamn idiots.
I never go to that, except I go... I don't know.
But, also, wanna know what my standing when it came to these Jumanji movies came out?
What?
Oh, it has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That means I should have absolutely no expectations and just be there for a fun, good time. I should not care about what the hell's going on in the story. Yeah. I should not care how the movie actually is. I should basically just be there to experience,
That's gonna be my mentality with the Mario movie. That movie's gonna be a fever trip. I'm gonna see it on my birthday, opening night. Because that's opening night.
Damn. I'd go, but I don't have much money.
I'll probably be rich by then. Well, no, I won't. I'll go opening night, get drunk. I'm not getting drunk. But yeah,
I could get drunk, and I haven't even touched alcohol yet.
yeah, and it's also going to be directed by the creators of Teen Titans Go.
The movie or the show?
Both.
Okay, that's iffy. I know Teen Titans Go has some good episodes, and the movie was pretty good.
The movie was pretty good. I watched it in
But
theaters
Jesus
twice.
Christ, do they have the mentality of it's for children? So who gives a?
I don't know. Nintendo's very hands-on with this movie, it seems.
Yeah, Nintendo should rein their stupidity in.
Yeah, and Shigeru Miyamoto is producing.
Like, because legitimately, the crew of Teen Titans Go only care about making a good show when they care about what the episode's about, because they're of the mentality that it's a kids show, so we shouldn't give a fuck about how it actually comes out.
I mean, that's what most kids shows are. I don't know why I started there.
First of all, that's a lie, especially nowadays.
I know.
The mentality that kids shows shouldn't be important is stupid. It always has been since I grew up a lot and basically learned all of my moral lessons from kids shows.
There are a lot of children's shows that have some good morals and shit.
I gotta go.
Where are you going?
Pick up food.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll be here. I'll see even does that to pick up food. Probably gonna refill my water cup because I'm out of water, and I got these leather vestments. Nice. Let's make it a good pink because I don't know, Danganronpa blood color. It just makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I can cut the episode off here. Who knows?